यहाँ पे यहाँ पे चले दादा बैकग्राउंड में कर ले प्लीज बैकग्राउंड पे यहाँ पे तब तक
On that note, it's also time to invite on stage a very renowned media. Let's request also Abhijit to please present the floral bouquet to welcome Dr. Sanjay Singh. Well, it's time to march ahead to some of the finest talents of our country, and when we talk about sports, well, it's up next to invite on stage our very own Indian professional snooker player and a very, very talented, gifted player. Please put your hands together for Aditya Mehta. Ladies and gentlemen, let's march ahead, and it's truly an honor to invite on stage the very eminent lawyer, a man who needs no introduction. Please put your hands together to invite. Welcome her with a round of applause. Let's hear it for a very young and vivacious Avni Modi. All right, now back. In fact, a couple of minutes ago, आप सबने शायद ये गाना सुना होगा. Sunona sang Marmar. You know, I think when you hear the song, the first thing that you remember is this beautiful actress. I think I don't need to even invite or even introduce the name. उससे पहले ही तालियां बजने लगी. Can we have a huge round of cheer for the very beautiful and the very, very sweet Neha Sharma? All right, she's already smiling. I can't help it. I am blushing. I can see all you wonderful boys out there. Yes, I can see your smiles change. Superb. I totally understand. Well, it's time for the girls to smile right now. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I should admit one thing for sure. He's not just a popular actor, he's a thinking actor. And I think iski jo jhalak hai, we got to see it right in his first debut movie called Amir. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the very, very vivacious Rajeev Khandelwal. Alright, so let's also welcome Rajeev. Let's have Maya present the floral bouquet as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I think we'll keep that momentum on, and zordar se ek enthusiastic round of applause ho jaye to welcome all of our dignitaries as well. So I think it's time for us to hand over the mics to all of you, because I think it's superb. Rajeev, would it be appropriate if I can request you to please share your inputs first?
You know, I just walked in sadly late, not fashionably late. I genuinely got stuck in traffic, Mumbai. Always get away with an excuse of saying that I was stuck in traffic, but I was actually stuck in traffic. But whatever I heard towards the end makes a lot of sense to me, because I was sitting here. It actually took me back to my college years, and I was wondering, would these thoughts even cross our mind back in the day? Then, I don't think that we ever thought of changing the country. We did have our own ambitions, we did have our own goals, but we never thought of bringing in a revolution. I think, it was much smaller thinking, not because we weren't exposed. I think it was because there weren't too many avenues available. When I went to my college in St. Xavier's, Ahmedabad, I remember life was all about hostel, college canteen, lab. I'm a science graduate, labs, girls hostel, chai ki dukaan, galla, chai ka galla, maximum cinema halls, breaking some rules. That was it. And then towards the end, towards the final year, getting worried about your future. Now I see these guys talk, amazingly well. You just start wondering, man, tum log kab paida hue the, kab bade hue, aur itne smart, itne intelligent kab ban gaye? But I think that is also the exposure. So much is happening around. We have, as youngsters, you have so many avenues, you have so many platforms, you have so much to do, you can do so much. I think when I was in college, I never thought that I can actually bring in a revolution. I can only maybe start something, I could do something. There were times when we were bullied by seniors, by college presidents and all, and we didn't have ways and means to reach out. We didn't have ways and means to shake up the college management or the authorities or the government. Forget about the government. We didn't have ways and means to even tell them that we are here and we have an issue, we wanted to reach out to you, but there weren't any ways besides the conventional ones. Now, sitting here, you can bring in a change nationally, on a national scale, on an international scale. All you've got to do is just join hands. All you've got to do is just pick up the right platform, and you can actually bring in the change. This country, I guess, today I think most of you must be knowing, there's 65% youngsters. India is made of 65% youth, which means you guys actually rule without knowing that you guys are ruling. Whatever is happening in the country, be it any governments come, governments fall, any other things that are happening in this country, you guys are really instrumental. You probably would not be even knowing your strength, but you guys are really instrumental in bringing the change and in what the state of the country is. So all I say, with all the intelligence, with all the exposure, with all your sensibility, be aware of your responsibility. You actually will have to be aware of your responsibility, because you can and you are the ones who will bring in the change in this country. So on that note, I'll let others also, give their views of it. By the way, wonderful being here. And so whom do you want me to pass the mic to?
So I think it's only appropriate. Firstly, pehle zora taaliyan ho jaye, that's first up. We also got to hear some very odd. I think up next, it's only befitting that I request Shri Khalid Saab to share his perspectives as well.
While every speak was in debates, there was nothing else. And there was no way you can express yourself differently. But today's youth, I see and I believe, hunter-gatherer at some point of time, we became agriculturists, we became industrial people, we became technological people and information age people. We have passed through a lot of phases, but in everything, more probably humane way of doing things. And I think that is what drives Amaya and his colleagues to establish such things, that a lot of energy is there in youth. But where is the channel? We don't have the channel. And when the channel is not there, it is channelizing something disruptive. The need of the hour was to get that energy channelized in a way that it becomes, go to foreign countries, the way Indians are being looked at, and 30 years down the line, back, the way we were being treated, a lot of change has taken place and a lot of confidence has come in the Indian population itself. So this is the time that the publish newspapers, we do not see them debating on TVs, we do not find them in the conventional, platforms. So there has to be a platform where their voice comes forward and it is there to listen. And also it is always better to get a perspective which is fresh. We have been brought up in a different, so that when we formulate policies, when we think of doing something, we also look what is there for the youth to say and what are the things that they are advocating. And probably I think that change that we're talking of for better will come. And I wish him all the best. In fact, I remember Majroo Sultanpuri here, one of his famous couplets, कि मैं अकेला ही चला था.
To be honest, I look a lot younger than I am, so I don't know. You know, I'm a bit like, I'm not exactly out of place, but my life has been so different. My life has been solitary. You know, I've gone after one thing in my life, and it's taken me away from school, from college, from studies, from friends, from everything. So when I get into a situation like this and I see the people around me with the ideas that they have, I feel like a fish out of water. So I don't know exactly what I have to give, but I think what I can say is that I took that path where I had to do something different. You know, I had this vision of doing something that in my sport nobody had ever done, was to go professional and go to England and play in a world where we were, you know, we had no chance. Nobody had ever succeeded. So in doing that, I thought maybe I would open up this avenue to the future of our, you know, of our country, of sports people who will look and say, okay, if he can do it, then we can. And that has been the only thing that has always driven me forward, because, I mean, believe me or not, I have failed a lot more than I have succeeded. That's exactly because I took that path. But I never regretted it, because I always told myself just that one thing, that, you know, just you have to start something here that the future will thrive on. So, you know, I took that path, and that is exactly, I think, what we're talking about. We're talking about starting something which will, you know, will lead to a more prosperous future and will lead to the youth of our nation actually succeeding at what they dreamt of doing, of what they really want to do. And so, I mean, even in my brother-in-law helps me a lot with sort of, you know, promoting me, because obviously we all need a bit of promotion here and there. And one of the things that really stands out is the saying that, you know, two roads diverge in the woods, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. So I hope that, you know, like that, we can all take the road that people don't generally take. In India, we like to keep it safe. You know, we like to, you know, tried and tested, keep the parents happy. But you know, that's, you're not really going to get anywhere like that. Not anything against the parents, of course. Everyone wants their children to succeed. So I just mean that, you know, if you have something, if you have a passion, don't be afraid to lose, and don't be afraid of failure, because, I mean, that's a lot more valuable than titles. And I think today, if I am where I am, then it's only because I took that path and I failed, and I'm very happy that I did that. So, I mean, I wish all the best to you guys for, you know, this initiative. I don't say you're going to fail. I think you're definitely going to succeed. In this day and age now, we've come so far as a country that, you know, we will put our force behind you as well. You know, everybody loves it when you do something good for the nation, for yourself, for your friends. It's all about helping people, and it's amazing that you're helping so many people to have a voice, and I wish you all the best.
Joining me today. Alright, so on that note then, well, after hearing from Aditya, well, it's time to also get Neha Sharma. Yes, the beautiful Neha Sharma. It's time to hear her voice. Well, I don't know if you guys can actually see her. She's seated right here. No, okay. You would like to come over here, because they're going to complain to me or else. Yes, there you go.
First of all, hello everybody, and I'm super excited to be here. It's so nice to see all you guys here supporting this beautiful cause, and I hope college life is treating you guys well. I don't know, I can't really remember when I was into, you know, thinking what can I do for the country, or, you know, let's do something for the world. I mean, I was busy in my own life, doing my own thing in college. I had no time to think about these things. So Abhishek and Amaya, you guys are doing a brilliant job here, trying to think about a change, honestly. And when I was listening to them talk, I was like, you know, it's great that at least someone's trying to do something different and not busy in their own lives, because I think all of us are pretty much busy with what we're doing, and we think that is the whole world that we're living in, but there's so much more to actually do. So I want to wish you guys all the best for the initiative, and I hope that everybody who's here can participate and not be like a passive listener or viewer, and actively participate in this and try to bring a change. And I think that really works out well for everybody. Thank you, everybody.
Well, thank you very much, Neha. In fact, I think you were also part of the movie Youngistan, and that was, I love the concept absolutely. How many of us have watched Youngistan? I did. So you can see a lot of people out there. We totally love the concept and the way how the youth decided to, address a very different topic altogether. So thank you so much again, Neha. Well, we're going to continue on that note, and I'm going to be asking the very beautiful Avni, of course. Next, that's right. I'm going to request you also to share your inputs with this wonderful audience. Avni, over to you.
Hi everyone. First of all, I want all of you to give a big round of applause for Abhishek and Amaya, the guys who can actually think of creating a platform like Think Tank. Because as a youth, we have nothing to do except thinking, because we don't earn money and the only thing we do is spend from our pocket money. So we can just think how to grab pocket money, how to increase our money and how to spend it. So to create this platform, Think Tank, it's an amazing thing. And actually, what I believe is today's youth is divided in two generations. It's like few people who exactly know what they want to do in life, how they want to do in life, and the others who are clueless, who doesn't know what to do in life. So, एक कहते हैं कि जो कुछ नहीं करते वो कमाल करते हैं. You never know what they end up doing in life. So I really respect those who doesn't have any idea about their future. If you just ask them that what are you going to do after your college, so they must be thinking of planning a trip to Goa. So I just salute you guys. Just be the way you are, because you will end up doing the most important thing in your life. But those who actually know what they want to do and how they want to do, they have many things to think. And when I was in my college, I had many options to pursue my career, but I wanted to be an actress and I really had no one to guide me. And but I just wanted to be in this industry, so I just kept going and I came to Mumbai and I started working here. But yeah, I wish I could have someone to guide me properly, where I can share my thoughts, where I can share my confusions, where I can share my problems. But that time, in my college or in the place where I belong to, I didn't have anyone to guide me properly. But yes, I want to be in that place where I can guide others, where I can inspire others. So if I can be the part of this kind of platform, that it's an opportunity for me. That's a very big, it's a novel and social cause where I can be in that space where I can actually guide others. And the only thing which I want to say is that, it's not important how the young generation thinks. It's also important how the elders who are going to actually allow them, what they want to do. So it's very important how we convince our parents about our thoughts about your future goals. Because we are trapped in a society where we are living in a rules and regulations, which is created by our elders, our parents and the society. So the think tank actually should think about the ideas of how to make a way in not just in the young generation, but also the elder generation, who is actually going to permit us, who is actually going to give us the wings to fly. Thank you.
Generation to have the kind of trust in the ideas that the youth is coming up with. Wonderful indeed, Avni. All right, I'm going to just continue with that string of questions for the... put you on spot.
Tell me one thing, was this question plugged by my PR guys?
No. Oh, is your PR here?
No, I don't see them, but I'm sure.
That's all right. No.
Okay, I don't want to talk much about my film Fever, they will get to see it in the due course of time, but yeah. So guys, my film is releasing next month, so I don't want to do this right now. But suddenly we are on different planes, so let's discuss more about the youth, guys. It just doesn't fit in here, to be very honest.
Superb, alright. So with your permission, then let me just march ahead and let's go to the serious set of discussions. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, time to check a little inputs from our ever-smiling lawyer over here. Yes, let's have Mr. Srinivas Bobade share his inputs as well. Let's have a round of applause.
राजीव के बाद अगर मुझे सुनना हो तो ऐसा है कि जैसे टेलीविजन के बाद अचानक किसी ने रेडियो लगा दिया. On a serious note, 21 years मेरे मीडिया में हो गए हैं, वेरियस चैनल्स वगैरह में, बट इस तरह की जो प्लेटफॉर्म है यंग भारती जैसे, उसकी काफ़ी ज़रूरत थी. मीडिया में हम लोग रेगुलरली कुछ एक्सरसाइजेस, रिसर्च वगैरह करते रहे. तब उस यूथ को क्या देखना पसंद हो, क्या देखना चाहता है, उसकी चॉइसेस क्या है, वो कंटेम्प्रेरी इंडिया के प्रॉब्लम्स को किस तरह से देखता है, उसके सॉल्यूशन क्या सोचता है, वो बेसिकली समझना चाहते हैं कि वही हमारा फ्यूचर का व्यूअर है, वही हमारा फ्यूचर का कंज्यूमर है। तो उसके हिसाब से हम लोग एक मैसिव चीज़ें कर रहे हैं। बट ये सब चीज़ें हमारे लिए प्रोफेशन रखते हैं, एनालिसिस करते हैं, तो ये हम लोगों के लिए काफ़ी हेल्पफुल होगा एक्चुअल में समझने के लिए कि ये चीज़ किस तरह से वर्कआउट होती है। तो अमेरिका और मिस्टर देशमुख का प्लेटफॉर्म काफ़ी अच्छा है, लेकिन मेरे में एक दो के अलावा भी इंडिया में बहुत सारा टैलेंट है, बहुत जगह लोग पहले हुए। हमारे जी न्यूज़ पर एक प्रोग्राम, फॉर एग्जांपल नॉर्दर्न इंडिया में एक शब्द इस्तेमाल होता है जुगाड़, उसको स्लैंग के तौर पे अब इस्तेमाल करने लगे, लेकिन वो अपने आप में एक टेक्नोलॉजी।
Thank you very much, Neha.
Thank you everybody for having me. I just have to rush somewhere, so please excuse me for that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Neha. Well, thank you very much. Thank you so much. All right. So when
इस तरह के इनिशिएटिव्स को जरूर सपोर्ट करता हूँ। आई रियली वांट द यंगस्टर्स टू कम फॉरवर्ड एंड टेक चार्ज बिकॉज़ दे आर रनिंग द कंट्री।
आप कॉलेज में आए तो आपको कॉलेज से जुड़ी कोई यादें?
हाँ, जैसे आप कॉलेज में घुसते हो आपको प्रिंसिपल का रूम दिखता है, आपको लेक्चर रूम दिखते हैं, तो आपको बहुत सारी यादें आती हैं। सडनली आप उस रूम में चले जाते हैं, बहुत सारी यादें, लेकिन मैं शेयर नहीं करना चाहूँगा इस समय। कॉलेज के दिन सबसे ज़्यादा खूबसूरत दिन होते हैं सबकी लाइफ के, वो आप चाहें भी तो आप उन्हें नहीं भुला सकती। कॉलेज की दोस्ती जो होती है वो हमेशा ज़िंदगी में चलती है। आज भी मेरे जो बेस्ट फ्रेंड्स हैं वो मेरे कॉलेज से हैं। आई थिंक इट्स ब्यूटीफुल टाइम एंड आप उसे याद करते ही हैं जब आप किसी कॉलेज में आते हैं।
जैसे यहाँ पे बात हो रही थी
ख्याल तो बहुत बार आता था कि मैं भी बदलाव लेकर आऊँ, लेकिन आपके पास रिसोर्सेज नहीं थे, आपके पास आइडियाज़ नहीं थे, आपके पास एक्सपोजर नहीं था, आपके साथ में आपको लगता था कि आप अकेले हैं, आपको लगता था कि कोई जुड़ेगा कि नहीं जुड़ेगा, आपको लगता था कि बहुत बड़ा काम है, मैं कैसे लोगों को कन्विंस करूँ, कैसे बाकी स्टूडेंट्स को कन्विंस करूँ। आज की तारीख में आई थिंक सोशल मीडिया है, आपके बाकी प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं, आप ट्विटर पर जाएँ, फेसबुक पर जाएँ, एक एक करके सब लोग आपके साथ जुड़ने लगते हैं। आपका अगर आपके पास में कोई ख्याल है, आपके पास में कोई आइडिया है, तो आपको अप्रिसिएशन मिलता है, आपको सपोर्ट मिलता है, आपके पास एक्चुअल में पावर है कि आप कुछ कर सकें, आप बदलाव ला सकें, जो उस समय नहीं था आज से 15 साल पहले। लेकिन आज आप जो सोचते हैं वो आप करने की ताकत भी रखते हैं।
फीवर का ट्रेलर भी लॉन्च हो गया है, कितने एक्साइटेड हैं आप और किस तरह से प्रमोशंस करने वाले हैं?
फीवर की प्रमोशन अभी शुरू हो जाएंगी। आज मैं कॉलेज में अपनी फिल्म को प्रमोट करने के लिए नहीं आया था, या नहीं करने के इरादे से आया था मैं। जी हाँ, अगले महीने रिलीज़ हो रही है, बहुत जल्द आपको सब जगह देखने को मिलेगा। जो हमारा ट्रेलर रिलीज हुआ है उसका एक बहुत अच्छा, बहुत पॉजिटिव रिस्पांस रहा है। आई होप कि ये रिस्पांस बढ़ता जाए एंड पीपल एंजॉय द रिलीज।
आपसे जानना चाहेंगे
First of all, I love this event because it was organized by this young Bhartiya Foundation and a very young fellow. There are two young fellows like Amaya Pratap Singh and Abhishek. So they both have come up with a new platform that is called Think Tank, when you can actually put across your ideas, your confusions, your problems. And what they actually do is they do the brainstorming and they come up with the solutions. They come up with the new ideas to give the new perspective and the new angles to all the problems and solutions.
आप कॉलेज में आए क्या आपको कॉलेज से रिलेटेड कोई बातें याद आ गई?
I mean, this college is the most wonderful memories of everybody's life, you know. So I still remember when I was in college, it was like the most important phase of my life. I can still remember all the activities which I was used to do in my college, and I can say that I got my my life over there, because that was the time, that was the place where actually I could identify myself, who am I and why I want to pursue this career, acting. So yeah, that was the turning point of my life when I joined my college and I actually got my I discovered myself over there.
कॉलेज डेज में जैसे यहाँ पे दो लोग हैं जिनको चेंज लाना चाहते हैं, क्या कॉलेज में आपके दिमाग में कोई ऐसे थॉट थे कि लाइक हाँ कुछ ऐसा करना है जिससे कुछ चेंज हो, कैसा आपने कभी सोचा था?
Of course, I said the same thing on stage as well. When I was in college, I had lot many ideas. Same thing, I had lot many confusions as well. But I had nobody to guide me. I had nobody to listen to me. You know. So, but today, because I come from Gujarat, and that to a small town called Gandhinagar, where this kind of platforms are not so popular, and this kind of events when you can actually encourage the youth to speak up, that's not much in demand. So yeah, it's very important to listen to the voice of this youth, this generation, and I'm glad that they have created this platform, and today's youth have that opportunity to raise their voice and to ask a question.
Okay, कैलेंडर गर्ल्स के बाद अब आपके आने वाले प्रोजेक्ट्स के बारे में जानना चाहेंगे। What are
I just finished one film. Its name is Carry On Kesar, which is going to release soon. And apart from that, I have two major projects, and the dates are going to be somewhere in September. So they might go on floor in the second half of this year. And I have signed an NDA, so I'm not able to say anything about the project now.
Okay, तो कैरी ऑन केसर में किस तरह का रोल है आपका?
It's a social issue based film, and I play a fashion designer coming from Paris, and seeing the society's problem in a different way. And it's the same thing that how today's generation, people just think that today's generation is clueless, they don't know how to handle the life and how to handle the problems. But yes, we are in such a phase that we know how to handle our problems and how to come up with the different angle and a different solution. So this girl, there is a social issue involved in the film, and how this girl turns the mindset of an elderly couple and how their life gets changed, and while doing that her own life gets changed.
Okay, पहली फिल्म में आपका रोल काफी ग्लैमरस था, तो फिर
Yes.
सेकंड फिल्म चूज करते टाइम किस चीज़ का ध्यान दिया आपने, लाइक कि किस तरह की इमेज बना रही हैं आपको?
No, I don't go for the image. I really want to go for the subject, the content which matters for me, because as an actor, I'm open for all kind of roles which I can perform, where I can show my acting skills and strength. So, Calendar Girl was a different subject. Carry On Case is a completely different subject. You can't compare these two subjects. And as far as the glamour is concerned, so yes, it's a part of today's lifestyle, because if you see a college girl or if you see a CEO working in a multinational company, they have their own standard of glamour in their life. So yeah, when I represent the youth, when I represent the today's society on the silver screen, then it's somewhere it's connected, the glamour is connected in that. So it depends what kind of subject you are working on.
उड़ता पंजाब में आया का रोल काफी
It's totally de-glam, yeah, actually.
डी-ग्लैम है, तो उस तरह के रोल्स में भी एक्ट्रेसेस को काफी पसंद किया जाता है, क्या आपको चांस मिलेगा तो आप इस तरह का रोल?
Of course, I would love to. I have done a short film called Gulabi, where I literally play a very de-glam role. So, but again, it's all about the subject which appeals the audience, not the character or the look of the character.
Do you think that de-glam role really risky होता है?
No, not at all.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.